Get in the middle. Can't stand things being out of position. Right in the middle of that. Move the table a bit. I'll have an idea. I think that's better now. Still not fucking not. It's all about. Here we go. Bye bye, Blackbird. Right. Freedom. If you would like to buy a coffee for support the channel, yes, please use the PayPal down below. Most appreciated. Yes, it is most appreciated. Anything towards help to pay the bills and bits and bobs that you pay for these rob you blind. All you get is pennies off them if you do get out of bed. But they don't give you nothing out. You might get 4 or 5 pence for 300 adverts or something. Fucking buy me 300 people likes or something like that. 500 people, you might get a penny for 1,000 fucking subscribers being on or watching it. Views, sorry. They take about 60% off you. They're fucking terrible. Liam Cush, oi oi. Rich T Biscuit 78 in the chat, in the house, growing global. It's working now, Bright. It is. It's coming on fast and coming on strong. The Northeast Finest #1. At the front, at the back, a rush coming on like a heart attack. Coming on fast, coming on strong. The Northeast Finest #1. Off-roader, that's my big pal, Sean. I love you all the world, Sean. Been friends with that man since I was 21, and now I'm 26. 59 in December. I keep Scrappy's anniversary. He's been gone a year on the 11th of next month. 11/11. I see that number all the time, and I think of him all the time. I got him when he was only 6 weeks old. I got him from Luton. I got him from Bam Bam's sister's from. He's called Bam Bam. He's not here now. And his sister's called Wilma, and they called them that because of the Flintstones. Yeah, that's true. That and BJ, that's the other one. All good people from Groveville. Edinburgh racing lady. Hope you're okay. I might have made a booby tonight because there's only 36 on. We usually got about 90 on by this time. Not about 5 minutes. We have about 90 to 100 on a Friday. Last night I made a mistake. I put the wrong thing on. Emma did anyway. She put Friday on last night instead of Thursday. So that got mixed up again. Two blunders we've had. Blunder blast. That's one of the big guns. Shoot you in the old days. So all the rumour going around on my lines. I've been smashed up. I've been beat up. I've been stabbed 4 times. Fucking shite. It'll be that idiot one. It's fucking fantasy fucking Walter Mitty. Yeah, my little mate, he's Mr. Britain. Going to get him on again for a live Lee Little. He's Mr. Britain. The height category, you won Mr. Britain. The next category you won, and the overall. So you won three stages. You've got like medium, sort of small, medium, and large height, or you can have kilos, like say 80 kilo, 90, 100 kilo, whatever, like that. But he went in the 3 of them in one go and won the lot and won the Mr. Britain, all the height divisions, and he won the Mr. Britain overall. The big massive ones, he went up against them, beat them, really good. He's a bit like Sean Rayleigh, little called from Red Card. I've known him since he was about 15. I met him, and I was about 18, I think. I'm about 3 years older than him. And the first time I seen him, I said, "You're going to be good, you son." He's lump bellied, muscle, ripped all the time, never had a problem with body fat. Just like fucking really gifted. Not a powerlifter. A bodybuilder totally different than that. What I was doing, powerlifting is different. It's like lifting the biggest weight. So he's really strong as well. But his main thing was the bodybuilding. Really good bodybuilder. One of the best in the Northeast. Well, the best in Britain. Mr. Britain, Mr. Overall Britain, Mr. fucking whatever. For the 3 things he's won. I'll get a video off him. A little video. I'll show you. I've got a few things. But got the video sent today. I'm only acting on this one bit for 1 minute 32 seconds. It was cut. The other part. So I'm sat down just in my tracksuits like I've got here. So he said, just be yourself. Come in the clothes what you wear every day, which I wear trackies all the time. I've done this since me and Duffy used to do it in the 90s before. Tracky bottoms and tops and stuff, and shorts. Going pubs just to work out tickets, which means in Middlesbrough, when Hartley put a worky ticket, he's doing that because they know the doorman will say stop, but they never ever stop. So they tried to stop Lee Duffy one night. The doorman, good doorman, Mark Johnson, Sally Johnson, all them, but Mark and them went there. But there was about 6 doormen on them. One of them was 22 stone, 23, but like Mark's size, but more of a bodybuilder. when I was the powerlifter, I had a bit more belly than him, you know, like the lad who was the good bodybuilder. Ended up shooting a lad to try to kill him. But a shotgun got 15 years, I think he got. Or he done 15 years. Anyway, Lee's got in a pair of shots. You can't come with shots, mate. He went, what's your name? I won't say the lad's name, what his real name is. He went, Lee went, you're working, he's working for you on the door. He was still talking to the owner, Javed and Amir, I think it was. He's talking here, and he's working on the door, and he's your security. And these other 5 are your security. He went, yeah. He said, well, he doesn't even know his own name. He's working under false pretenses. What's your name? I'm asking you a question. What is your name? I showed him right up. He went, well, I'm Lee Duffy, the Duff. I'm here now, and I'm coming in with these shorts on. What are you going to do in your 5 mates? They just stood there like fucking lemons done out. Just walked in with Craig Howard. I think very good friend. Sean Day. Sean's mate. Fucking hated him. Yeah, off-roader. But he's like, you know, like that little rat. This other lad, we won't mention his name there, Sean. He's one of them where you go in every camp, calling people. He'd say, Brian said this about you. You might say something like, say, I think he's not that strong really, is he? You know, or whatever. He's not as good as he thinks he's a bodybuilder. Just as you talk between each other, he's on the phone. Like, he's been calling you. He's been saying that's what he's like. You know, he's one of them in the old days, calling everyone and getting people to say things about other people. And then, he thinks he can beat you in a fight. And other people like Dave Williams would have a fight with Big George Fawcett. He was Mr. Britain, overall over 50s, and he got set by the lad we're talking about. He said Craig said he could beat Dave, and George said I could beat Dave, but George never said it like that. He said, I'd have a go, but I don't think I'd win. But he would change the words round, you know. So anyway, he came out, and he had a bit of a fight, and Dave was too much for him. Obviously, he was too strong for him, but. Yeah, that's when I was telling you about the other night when they went and got the Duffy. They went to get him and changed around on them. Yeah, but like I've known him since he was like 16, great bodybuilder. Like I said, get him one. So yeah, I was just trying to think. So another thing, he was saying, this is Birmingham movie. It's all made up in Cockerill's head. It's all in his little fantasy head. He said there was no movie when I was up for the Sayers movie. It's all made up. It's all in his head. It's all made up. So I wasn't in it long. I would have told you I wasn't in it long because of my injuries. Same as this one, I'm not in it long. But there's a bit in it where I'm going to be putting up tomorrow, probably on the YouTube. I'm only in about, I think it's 1 minute 32 seconds, because that's what you do. You'll go up and you'll get like, say, you behave your fucking self, and then it'll go cut, and then go to the next part where he comes in. You don't just go up and come out with the full story in one going. So you've got little lines to do. So you come up and say, you'll say that and they'll cut, then you'll change clothes on the set because you've got to have different clothes. So you'll take your clothes off. It's in this day and age. So the clothes I'm wearing are up to date in this day and age. So I'm in there, and I think there's 4 photos of me where you can see the camera filming. You can see the warehouse with a big kit. What do you call them? Big. I can't remember what came. But you put stuff in, a big wooden things. Can't call them big wooden, like fucking where you put stuff on the dock. And you put them in the big wooden crates. That's it, crates, big wooden crates. So they're coming in with. The firms coming in who want to work with us, but I've got a massive shipment of stuff coming through, and they're going to fly it in on the helicopter, and we're going to tax them, take it off the helicopter. So that's what it's about. So they're coming to us, and he starts being cheeky, and I start shouting at him. So then he says, "Well, go shout at me like you would in the day." So I start screaming at him, and he fucking pissed himself. He went, fucking hell, I've shit myself there. I really thought you were going to hit me. Your eyes went pure black. I thought you were going to strangle me or something. I said, I'll fucking snap you in two like a breadstick, you little cunt. And he loved it. That was brilliant. Because I did my own stuff. I just did like what I did on the movie, when I did the Sayers. I did my own acting without them saying, do this and do that. You just do what you would do at a fight scene where I've refereed loads of unlicensed fights, straighteners and that with people. So I know what I'm doing. So they just let me do it with Danny Christie and Paul Venice. It was a good day out. A good day there. Neil Jackson, Stephen Rafe, that were all that. It was good. Good day. But this one, I'm in longer. I'm in this one about 6 minutes. Same thing, injuries. By the time I got down there, it was about 3 hours to get there. My back was fucking killing me. So I'm having to sit down on the crate so I can then jump up. So I've been there about 6 minutes. But after that, they went and looked at the acting, because they've looked at it. We've been filming for about 9 hours. We're down there, fucking knackered all the way down, all the way back, and then fucking. By the time we got there and back, it was about 9 hours we were down. So we were filming for about, I think, 6, maybe maybe 4, 5, 6 hours, I think it was filmed. But we got back a lot quicker. And put his foot on the way back and got back in about 2 hours. But I was knackered when I come back with my side blown up. So they let me sit down and I would jump up. But it looked good because it was authentic, because it was in a warehouse in Birmingham. So that film's, they're doing a bit of tinkering here and there. So it might not come out at the end of November. It might be next year, he said, before they finish all off. But they've been making that film for over 2 years. Now that idiot makes the Lee Duffy one in one day. You can't make a fucking film in one fucking day. And the only way this is going to go, he said, the only thing that can beat this is a film from a Hollywood blockbuster, no fucking drama queen. So, absolute shit. So, there's no This Is Birmingham. That's how they've invited me to do part 2. This Is Birmingham 2, which is getting filmed next year in Birmingham, where I'll be fitter, obviously, as a video, I get fitter. And I'll be in that film, maybe from the beginning to the end, he said. We're not sure, but I think you might be all the way through it. So, I think I might end up taking over the part as the drug lord, because I think he's going to get killed in the first one. So I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen because I don't know myself. So yeah, that's definitely happening. And the Lee Whiteley book, he's still on for that. The Training the Bride Cockerill Way is definitely on. It's finished, that book. I got it done by I called David Carfity from Redcar. But as he'd done the book, he'd finished it. But he had to put some little photo things in to show you how to bench press. And show you bench press. I've done all the words and the diets and everything, and the food and the training and how you train, all the sets and the routines and the fast blood switch time, fast twitch fibers and slow twitch fibers, things that people have never even talked about in books. Never been put in books before, these things were I've put in. But you've got to remember, 40 odd years of training since I was 13. So 40 odd years of fucking training. So I think I know a little bit of knowledge. Competed in the Mr. England, come 5th in that. I come 5th in another 2 shows in that year, 1996. But yeah, Freedom, thank you very much. You're a legend, brother. Just got lost in the story. Trap Mafia, hello son, I love you all the world. Freedom, great guy. Off-roaders, that's my brother. Freedom, listen lady, Liam Cush, your son. So we are, that movie is definitely done. So that's 3 movies that are done by next year. Which the next one, the big one, for me, it'll be the one where I'm in it for like an hour or so or more. Who's that? The dog's in here. Mark Emerson, evening all. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for coming on the show. Don't forget to push the like buttons, guys. Leave a little comment after the show how you thought about it, and it just helps, you know. Mickey, see a clip the other day, Monday 16 Valve evening, Freedom Monday 16 Valve. Yeah, I'm in a clip where I'm in the fight one that's in Newcastle. This one's Birmingham, you see, different people, big, massive, a lot more money on this one. Big, massive film it is. That's the pup. I can either put that fight with the bull terrier on the mouth and do that. Freedom. Donny boy, you alright, son? ATTO. Even to, I don't know what it means, even to the audience is me. It's not audience, I can't spell it. Barry, Lord Brian Henry. Are you, Brian? You okay, son? Abby Lee, I hope you're okay, love. Yeah, so let's get on with the show. Yeah, so a lot of people out there asking, how have you been, Brian? Your mental attitude, and what was it like after being one of the best fighters in the country, one of the strongest people in the country, to being like cut down in your, not the best shape I was in, but cut down from being what you were to now, and how do you cope with it? How have you coped with it, and how have you got from like being paralysed from the neck down and in a wheelchair for over 2 years, and how have you gone through that? It's fucking horrendous. I'm not gonna lie to you. Freedom, thank you very much. You're a legend. Love you all the world, son. No, it's not been that easy at all. It's been really fucking hard. I've thought about just fucking ending it. I thought about just taking all the tablets and not fucking just walking out in front of a bus, jumping off a fucking bridge. You laid there and you're like paralysed. When they've done the operation, they said 6 vertebrae here. They're all what's in between your vertebrae. What happens is you've got your spinal cord there, and you've got your spinal cord goes through there with all the nerves on. So all the nerves are in there, right? So your spinal cord sends signals to like that vertebrae, number 5 will make their hand move. That one will do something else. One will make you itch. So all these different things are all programmed. The Lord's give you them all. They're all in your head. So you've got your spinal cord. So you've got it open like that. It's about that big where you put your cord in, goes in there, goes all the way down. It's encased. The only 2 things that are encased in concrete, which is skeleton, is your head and your neck. It's all encased in like concrete, isn't it? Because it's that could be damaged, you see. So it's encased in that. So what happens is you're taking steroids as well. I'm not going to lie to you. When you take steroids, they give you more protein and calcify the bone. So when you get older, you get a thing called bone spares. The little spares, they've got a little nodule that grows off it. You get them with a degenerative discs, it's called, or degenerative spine. Your spine starts to crumble a little bit. So what mine had done, I had 3 cracked vertebrae in the back, and they were cracked, and they had to. They're pinned up. They're in the front here. So your spinal cord goes through. Now your spinal cord should be that thick, about maybe more thicker than my thumb, thicker than that. So my spinal cord was as thick as less than that. The big pinky, a little tiny. So what happened is inside where the casing is, where your spinal cord is, all the way around there, in between there's your vertebrae. So they're encased there. So between the little gaps here, these little gaps in there where your vertebrae go, all that was full of calcified bone all the way around them. Every bit was full of bone. So he said, number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 needs doing. And I said, how would you do that? He said, well, what we'd have to do, we're going to have to dig deep in here. He said, because your traps are ridiculous. They were up near my ears with traps. He said, never seen traps like that in my life. He said, they're going to be really extremely hard to get through because of the size of them. So the operation took 2 hours, 40 minutes, but they couldn't wake me up for 3 hours. So I think they give me more anesthetic. He said, it's the longest one we've ever known. And it was one of the trickiest ones. He said, I've never went to one as hard as this. He said, we had to usually have 1 doctor on. You might have another one. I give you, and we had 3 surgeons on you. I said, we were ragging you around from all over, like the doctors and other nurses with the weight here. It was extremely hard for us and extremely tiring. So anyway, they chiseled through them with a fucking chisel and hammer and a drill, like you drilled through the wall plaster. So it was like that type of bone or the past, it's harder than that. So they had to go through all them, so the pain would be excruciating because they're touching the nerves all the time with the different things, implements. So your back just fills up like that of water because of the damage you've got. So all my back inside would have been pure black with his top and blue. He said, pure black and blue. He said, so what we've done is we've put 6 vertebrae that are in, we've screwed them down onto the bone, which is in there. So they're in there now. So they kept them in. And then on the back of me, it's called a laminectomy. Now you've got a ligament here, that's called a laminectomy. That had turned to calcified bone because of the steroids and stuff and the protein I've trained with and eating. So that was all rock hard. So that's a good thing, like a wall, like a grip. So then they put 2 titanium rods in and drilled the rods through. Two at the top, 2 at the bottom. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, and then they pull it down. It's like a spring, like so it could move when your vertebrae move. So they're inside the back of my neck, bulging to my neck, holding me vertebrae in place, and they've stapled them down with little screws. Fucking I'm walking around like fucking the Terminator. I'll be back. No pun intended. I'll be back. So anyway, they've gone through them. But he said, with this one here, like I said, it's like that. So that hole there, in there, and that's where your spinal cord goes. That there was touching round my spinal cord. So my spinal cord was like that, trapped inside there, and they had to get the calcified bone between here out and out of there as well. So they had to chisel. It was very delicate because obviously your spinal fucking cords there, you could sever it and you could be paralysed with the neck down. Paraplegic, it's called. So I'm fucking shit myself when he's telling me all these things and all this stuff. So they were doing that, and obviously I couldn't feel nothing. And when I woke up, I couldn't talk. I couldn't move. My hands were completely paralysed. My legs were completely paralysed. My neck, I could move my neck like that. And it was just the pain. I'm not joking. It's the fucking worst pain I've ever felt in my life. You've got to remember the worst damages, nerve damage. You get a little tooth with a nerve. You're like, oh, so you imagine my whole spinal cord and all them vertebrae, 7 vertebrae, all been chiseled out. and the knife being stuck right in the back of my neck. The scars right down my neck like that. So they're going right down my neck, woke her up, but then they had to get through with a bigger knife and do this type of thing to get past into the 7th vertebrae. So the traps were in the way. So he said they had to cut and cut and cut. You cut yourself. I just couldn't believe how thick, dense trapeze major was in your shoulder. So that was the problem as well, going through there. So they've done that, and they've sewed me all up and everything, put me back together. But they couldn't. They kept saying, Emma, we still can't wake up. It's 3 hours he's been asleep. So after the operation, I've been left at the side and they keep coming up. They're trying to wake you up. He said, it's getting serious now. It's like he's been awake. He's been asleep nearly 3 hours. So anyway, I've gone. They've woke me up, put me upstairs, and I'm like half asleep, half awake. I'm going. But what they've done, they've had me that long with the tubes in, because I was in like 5 hours, 40 minutes with tubes in my mouth. I come out with a massive white ulcer under my lip. So I couldn't go up. I was going, couldn't talk, couldn't do nothing. And I was like, I tried to say what, I couldn't say what, couldn't say a thing. I was completely catatonic. And I could see people walking all that, but the pain was just fucking, from 1 to 1,000, it was 1,000, like boom, 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 just everywhere, all my body. My neck was killing me, my eyes were hurting, my nose was hurting, my face was hurting. And he said, well, you'll be in agony because all the water's starting to come now. As you know, if you bang your leg or something, you'll have a leg like a balloon the next day, because that water goes there to help the wound. So he said, can you imagine your back? He said, you've had 7 vertebrae done. You've had them replaced plastic ones in, because what they've done, they cut off that bit, the vertebrae, that was broke, and then they placed the plastic one on top of the, so it's like that, but placed it on top of it, and then not bolted, screwed it into the other one. I don't know if it was screwed or bolted together. So I think there was 6 of them done, but the 7th one was okay. That wasn't cracked or anything. So he said, I don't know how you've been walking around with these injuries. He says, because I can't see anyone be able to take this pain. He says, you must be immune to pain. I said, I'm not, believe me. But obviously, this was later on. So they said to me, right, that's it done. They put me on the ward. And anyway, I started waiting up a bit. I couldn't pee. I said, nurse, I need a pee. I couldn't pee. I couldn't have a pee. So they had to get this catheter on me. I better fucking carry on. Like me, I'm dead embarrassed, me with no nurse and things. I said, I'll try and do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't even hold my fingers. I couldn't hold my hands, didn't work. So I couldn't hold my tail. I couldn't do nothing. So I was proper gone, like cabbage, proper gone, like look like fucking a zombie. So I was going, what? So they give me a straw, and I was going, I couldn't even suck the straw. It was just pouring down my face. So I was doing that with, like, say, trying to pick that up, going. And my hand wasn't even doing that. My hand was just like falling like that. Everything was just like drooping down. I had no strength. So they said, oh, you'll be like this for a day or so, and you'll be all right within about 6 to 8 weeks. Fucking 2.5 years later, I'm still worse. So what happened is, they fucking slipped when they done the operation. When you found out 3 months after the operation, he's given me all these big legs. He's gone this, that, and the other. Well, I was training the day before I went in. I was training on the day I went in. I was doing back. She's videoed it. I was trained on the day all the way through it. I was going for walks with Scrappy, who was 10 and a half stone. Pulling him back when the dogs come, because he was a twat with dogs. Racing lady, thank you very much. God bless you. Please hit the like buttons, people are saying. Don't forget the like button. 24, 71 on. So then they said, probably 6 to 8 weeks, you'll be back in your car driving back to work. Here I am. 2 year, 3 or 4 months, I think it is, coming up 4 months. Knackered. So anyway, so I'm in the house, and I'm fucking horrendous. So they sent me home with no medication because it was a bank holiday. So it was, I say, Monday. So I know Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No, it was Friday. Sorry, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before I got any meds. No meds. Sent me home to a house with a wooden floor. Sean, they come to see me. It was a wood floor, and the lad from Hartlepool got me the carpets. Said, a social worker comes out. What the bloody hell's going on? She said, you haven't got a wet room to go in. We haven't got a wheelchair. You haven't got a hospital bed. What's going on? She said, this is the worst I've ever known in 27 years working in that North East hospital. This is the worst discharge to call when you get out. And I was like, I couldn't hardly talk. Emma was talking about. She went, look, I'll get all your stuff. And she was lovely. She's absolutely brilliant, this woman. She went, you need to put a complaint. She said, you need to put a complaint in. So I wasn't that bothered, because obviously I thought, they helped me. But then when Emma got me clothes, 3 months later, she started reading it. It went under a dural tear, which is he slipped with a fucking scalpel, gone right through my fifth vertebrae, split it wide open, glued it, sutured it, which means stitched it. So when I asked him after it, because he was with another, it was like 3 doctors, Dr. Christian, Dr. Bhatia, and one was called Nigel. He was like, well, he's one of the top doctor. He was still a doctor, but not a back one, but he still helped them because they waited me. So they'd said, oh yeah, so if you went for a car and you got your car and you said, what happened? He said, well, you need a new handbrake, right? You need an offside light, and you need, like, say, your oil change, things like that. And he said, oh yeah, brilliant. But if somebody says, yeah, what did you do now? And then all of a sudden your fucking engine blows up because there's no oil and you go fucking mental, wouldn't you, with the garage? So Emma's looked at the thing and then we phoned her. Sorry, they sent these two. She said, well, where's your care? Where's the care workers? How's she getting you in that bed? I said, she's helping me. And what happened is she tried to lift me out of the bed because it was down low, like a normal bed, they're only low. I was trying to get up in the middle of the night and I was off my head, the fucking, don't know where I was at, fucking pain. So I put my hand on the bed and I fell because I put my hand, I thought I could push myself up, but I forgot that I was fucking paralysed in my hands. So my hands were just like floppy and I fell. And I landed right on my fucking back. Nearly cracked my skull open. All my head was fucking big lump in my head. So she couldn't get me up. So she had to phone an ambulance, 5 hours for an ambulance to come out to get 2 paramedics to get me up off the floor. Couldn't get up off the floor. So they said, where's your bed? The paramedic said, this is not right. You should have a hospital bed. You should be having a wood floor. No one, the right man, would send somebody home to a wood floor. You have to have a carpet down. They have to do it for you. Where's your ramp? Where's your wheelchair? I went, none. He went, this is disgusting. So the paramedic, one was a black lad. I mean, from Manchester. He lives up in that Hartlepool, I think. And he was telling me, he said, this is disgusting. He said, you haven't even given me a crutch or nothing, or a Zimmer frame and out. He said, it's terrible. He said, then they sent me home. I said, if you want to go home today, because I was supposed to go home the next day, I'll just go home today because I'm going to be able to get me some medication or something. I'll go to the doctor. So anyway, goes home. Oh, we can't get an ambulance for you because it's going to take, say, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours. Oh, I said, fuck this. So anyway, I think it was Marty Turner who come for us. So they helped me get in a wheelchair. I was fucking shaking. 4 or 5 people and the lads on the ward helped us put me in a wheelchair and pushed me to the doors, to the top. And then I think Emma come upstairs. I think it was Emma. Yeah, I think Emma come upstairs. I couldn't hardly fucking think. She come upstairs and she pushed me out. So then I had to get out of the wheelchair into a fucking van, into a Jeep. He had a nice Jeep, Marty, a big Jeep. God rest his soul, fucking lovely man. And 77-year-old come to pick me up, so gets in there and people help me get in the vehicle. I said, oh, this is disgusting. So when I told the social worker, you need to sue them. You need to sue them for malpractice. That alone there, slipping with a scalpel and not telling you, is pure malpractice and it's pure fucking incompetence. So my mate, Glenn Bartlett, who's a lovely lad, he runs the doors now. He contacted me, says he'd done the exact same thing with me. He said, I was in. He said, but I had to have me low. I had to get up in the middle of my back, Brian. He said, what he done is he cut me back, done me, sent me home. I was in bed, I woke up with all this white stuff, cerebral fluid was coming out his back. So he had to rush him back in. He had to have another 2, 3 surgeries he had to have off that same doctor who done me. Then Key Commander, who's an army lad, who come and fix my windows. He puts the windows into the place when people get the windows smashed for the council. They phone the police, phone the council, and they'll come out. So he came and he went, what he's done to you down your right side is the exact same thing. I can't move my right hand properly. I can't hardly walk, and it just blows up like a balloon. Like you said, the sartorials, the intercostals, and the muscles here, the obliques. He said it's the exact same. He said I've had 2, 3 ops off him. He's done it to me. He ruined me. He said, no, 5 ops he had, sorry. And then I read another one in Newcastle. That's 4 people who he slipped with a scalpel in 6 years. Fucking ridiculous. So I said, well, what's happened to Nigel? This other one, he went, just a normal. He said, oh, I know you, powerlifter, and you Brian Cockerill, and you went, yeah. Not the fight and all that, and yeah. So he knew me he was from Hartlepool. I said, yeah, mate. He said, oh, yeah. So he said, well, it's all done, blah, blah, blah. 6 to 8 weeks, you'll be back there. I thought, fucking brilliant. When I was there when they taught me, I was thinking, fucking, in the room before this was afterwards, the next day. And I was like, oh, thanks, and all that. I was still in the bed, I couldn't get out, I was fucked. So they said, oh, when you go home, don't lift anything more than 5 kilo. Just do a little bit of weight, and a little bit of this, that, and the other. He said, and just do a bit of walking down the street and all that. And like I say, within 6 to 8 weeks, you'll be back to work. So 2 years, 3 or 4 months later, I'm fucking worse than I was before I went in. I wasn't falling over. I wasn't fucking, my hand wasn't paralysed, my legs weren't paralysed, my legs are fucking about 60% paralysed with right leg and about 30% my left leg. I can't feel, you can stick a needle in me, I can't feel it. All down my shoulders knackered, all my triceps knackered as well. So all that side where he's slipped with the fifth vertebrae is the one that makes your arms move like that. But like there's no strength in my arm. I'm like piss weak in my arms compared to what I was. And I can't even I can't tear a page on a book. I can't fucking cut my meat up and out. I can't cook my breakfast up. I have to do everything. So anyway, these other two come physios and went, oh, we'll get you right and all that. I said, well, what it is? I said, my calcaneus is really sore. The bottom of my foot. I said, it's because I think I've been sat in this position. He went, I don't know what that is. I said, it's the bone knee Achilles tendon. She went, all right, I understand now. So I said, but what I'm really, really concerned about, I said, this side's really good and this side isn't. So something's not right. And this is the side where he slipped. And I knew there was something wrong because I've trained all my life. I thought, well, how can one side not be right and the other side be right? It's not wrong, something's wrong. So they've got to have done something on this side. It's damaged it. She went, oh no, sometimes it goes like that. You're full of fucking shit. So anyway, she went in this physio. I said, oh, my obliques. So I said, my sartorials and intercostals are really flaring up. She went, what are them? She had never heard of them. I thought you're supposed to be. She said, I've been a physio for 15 years. I thought, fucking didn't even know the muscles in the body or the tendons or the ligaments or the bone. I thought, what the fucking use are you to me when I know more than you should? But it's a waste of time me being here because you seem to know a lot more than I know. She said, because I don't know these things you're coming out with. And I went, fucking. So I got elastic band. So mentally I was going, you're going to have to do something. I said, how can you train? I was thinking, you can't train. She's going, you can't train. So I thought, get me a set of elastic training bands. But they were like rubber ones. Put them on the bed. You'll see me if I stay and I'm holding them doing that. It's pathetic. But I'm still getting blood into the muscle. Compared to then, you see me like that. I couldn't walk. I was walking with Bram. Like I was a fucking zombie. So I kept saying every day, please God, I need to get right. I need to be taught. She said, yeah. I was on the bed like that when I fell asleep. I woke up and I fell back to sleep. Well, I'm never going to walk again. Oh my God, I'm never going to walk again. He went, I heard a voice in my head say, you are going to walk again. Just out the blue like that. And I went, it must have been him. I went, you're not going to walk. He said, you are. And you're going to speak to millions of people. You're going to help millions of people right around the world by being a Christian and helping people and giving your experience, what you've been through, and telling kids to get off the drugs and all that. Came in this like, as if it was all, it was like a dream. And anyway, I said to Tony Grange, the church leader, I said, how am I going to speak to you? Because I got baptised in the sea in Redcastle. My vision was on the beach, talking to 2 million people. I thought, how am I going to get 2 million people in Redcar seafront and Redcar Beach? You went, the internet. This is before we even done the internet. You know, like before we were doing like this. He said, through the internet, you're going to speak to them all. We've been getting, before this, obviously it's calmed down, we were getting, we had something like 2.5 million people in 3 months we spoke to on the air when we first started doing it. But the heavyweight and getting ironed and bad time. Yeah. Mickey, it's the heavyweight and getting ironed out bad that time. Colin Maguire, it looks easy. Yeah. So what you've got to do is you just got to sit there and just think you couldn't do nothing. And then I'm getting that shit off that fucking divvy. I'll fight you anywhere. You what? When I'm in a wheelchair, couldn't even talk properly. Couldn't even get my words out without listening to his fucking shit. When I got fit enough and I offered him out, he fucking ran away like a little girl, got the police on me. And this is what they do. These fuckers, they take advantage of people in the week. Well, obviously, I'm getting back and back every day. But it's still hard. Yeah, he should be struck off. That's what I've seen. What happened, if I tell you this, so they came again, these two physios. I said, look, I think I've got a spinal. I think I've got a bulging disc. To this lad, he was a lovely kid, this kid. He was good, he was helping me, but he didn't have a fucking clue what he was doing. So I said, what it is, what's he called? Is it Simon? Tom, that was his Tom, Tom. I said, Tom, son, I said, he said, you know more than me, I'm clue, but I said the same thing. I said, no, don't worry, just help me, just hold my arm, and he's had to stretch me. So I said, I'll show you how to do it. And I was showing him how to do things. And he loved it. He loved the kid. He trained on the weights himself. So I showed him the video of me training. Oh, that's unbelievable. That's just like, if you told me that, I wouldn't believe it. Because I've seen it. I have to believe it. Squatting 7.5 plates, which is 750 pounds. I couldn't believe it. Unbelievable. So I showed him the videos of me training and me day and that. So what I said, Tom, I think I've got a bulging disc and I think I need another spinal stenosis on the bottom of my back. He said, no. I said, no, quite honest. What they should have done is, when I went in for the MRI, I've had 12 MRIs on my back. I've had 4 CAT scans on my head. Still couldn't find a cat on my head anyway. Couldn't find the cat scans on my head. So I've had all that shit. I've had fucking 12 fucking X-rays and ultrasounds and every fucking thing I've had, and they couldn't find it. So me, on my own, I found a bulging disc. I went, no, I can't feel that. I said, I'm telling you, there's a bulging disc there. So the next minute he's feeling, oh yeah, you're right, you found it. So I stood up. I said, when I bend over, feel now. He went, yeah, I can feel it. Definitely need it. He said, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to phone the doctor and tell him you found another bulging disc and he said that he really knows his stuff. He said, I'm a physio, 6 years I've done it, and Brian knows more than me, the doctor's there, but I know Brian. He said he does know what he's talking about. So, because I used to train the doctor, I used to train with training routine, Dr. Chowdhury. So he said, well, I'm going to send out for an ambulance, but I don't want him going to that hospital. They were on them, these doctors, they aren't fucking stupid. So they sent me to the Cook. Now the Cook, right, going to that one is like going to like an old fucking 1920s hospital. Going to that James Cook is like going to the Starship Enterprise and getting Spock beam me up. I'll tell you what, and when I was in the North Tees, I'm not disrespectful, because even the nurse said, this is the worst hospital in the country. She said, it's £3.3 million a year just to keep it open. Its life expectancy was 20 years. I think it's been up about fucking 30 odd years. You know, if we open the door in your own house, over 20 years, your door gets loose. So you imagine thousands of patients every day going in, and doctors and nurses and people going out using the doors and everything. So they get dilapidated, but they haven't been keeping up with them. So they were going to flatten it and spend £1 billion on the near up Wynyard. They should have done that, because for people's health, it means more than anything. If you haven't got your health, you can't do nothing. You could be the cleverest man in the world. You can't do it out in a wheelchair. You can't do fuck all. So you have to have your health and your mental health, and you have to have your physique. So they said, right, we're going to put you in here. So they put me in, he said, haven't they give you a proper scan all the way down? This specialist called, what's he called? Oh, he's from Baghdad. Really, really clever man. Talked to him. He used to come out, sit in bed with me and talk to me for 20, 30 minutes a day. Fucking lovely man. What's he called? Oh, I can't think of his fucking name here. Anyway, he's from there. He's great. And he buys all the nurses coffees for now and things like that. He's really good. I can't think of his name. He'll come to me. So we were in there, cheeky fucking, you know, she's like, I'm straight out. So she went, well, is he right about another spinal stenosis? So this nurse went, no, doctor, she was 27, 28. She went, I'm telling you, there's no way you can have a spinal stenosis at the neck and one at the bottom. And I'm telling you, there is. I've got a bulging disc. And I'm telling you now, I've got a bulge. Well, I can't feel it. She couldn't feel it. So I had to wait there. I had to wait 5 hours in this room to go through. And I thought, thank fuck for that. My back's fucking killing me. So we go through to the next room, another 9 hours in that next place. Honest to God. So then they put me on a bed. And the bloke was, I saw Paddy Maloney was in. He was asking about the other day. He said, tell me if Brad comes in. He knew I was coming in. Dr. Barney. I was in one of kind of Asif something was called. I forget his name. Asif Amir, something he was called. Anyways, he's in there. He's the top one in the Northeast. So I've said to this doctor, who was a young lass, just looked like she'd left fucking college. I went, okay, I'll apologise to you profusely if I'm wrong, but I'm telling you now, I've got a bulging disc. So they put me into it. I'm really sorry. I went, what? I've got a bulging disc and I've got a needle spinal stenosis. She went, 100%, you got it right. And she was dead fucking red, her face purple. And she was, and my sister was there. They all looked at her, the people and the other people, like the lad who was a porter. He said that, didn't you, right from day one? So all that fucking time wasting, when I knew what was wrong. So anyway, they took me in and they had to put me in the bed upstairs. I wasn't the worst person in the hospital, but they put me in a little room on my own. Mickey Harrison's Michelle was there. She works in the kitchen. She used to come around and get me food and stuff. Just talking about the kids and all that, so I'm talking about Michael. So they were all seeing them and talk to me. She was like, everyone's coming to your door every day for diets and all sorts. She'll tell you, Michelle, if you see her, she's funny. They're asking you for fucking routines and all sorts. So we sat in the bed doing fuck all. So some write this down and do this and do that and do this. Now do you get your mind right and all that? And went, you know your stuff. I loved it. So he went, So you're the famous Mr. Cockerill that everyone's talking about in the hospital. I mean, I was just trying to help people. The doctor was positive thinking and started talking to me. He'd be really good, talking about God and things like that. He was a really nice man. Asif Awari, that's his name, Asif Awari, from Baghdad, a really clever man. So he was going to do me back. He said, I'm going to do it for you now. I'm the number one in this area, so I'll do you back. But they should have done what you've said. They should have given you a full MRI. Now, if you looked at somebody's spine, you've got your vertebrae in your neck, and you've got all the way down your back, you've got 3 parts of vertebrae. So they can't tell. If you have a picture of your back all the way to the bottom, they could have thought, wait a minute, it needs one at the top and the back. So what you would do then is you'd have you on your belly, and you'd do the one ear and the bottom one at the same time. Instead of having 2 operations, you'd have one. Because someone at my age, the machines went off, and you had to bring me back round because they went beep, 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 beep. And what had happened is my blood pressure dropped because there was no food in me. So what they'd done is, I was upstairs when it happened, not on the operating table. This Polish nurse, who's lovely, he's from Easington, from Poland, but he lives in Easington. I all went beep, beep, beep. He said, "You're freezing cold like marble." I went, go and get me some fresh orange juice. I know what it is. My blood pressure's dropped because I've got no sugars in my body. I've been on nail by mouth now for 5 days with no food. I'm 20-odd stone, 22 stone. I've had no food. I know this. I'm an expert what I'm talking about. I know about diets, everything you know about stuff in here. I know more. I'm telling you. So he went and got me the fresh orange juice. I said, "Get me Jacob's crack. What's Jacob's crack?" I don't know. I said, "Crackers, like biscuit." So he got these biscuits, crackers. They were rich. Nurse come in, the other one, the one like the ink from England. Give me them, and drank the orange straight off, and I drank another orange, and then it started going. He said, "Yeah, going back up," because I've never had low blood pressure in my life. I've had high blood pressure with the drugs and stuff. He said, "How do you know these things?" I said, "Trained all my life. I'm weightlifter, bodybuilder, powerlifter." And I understand. And he was lovely, man. I said, "I'll take him out when I get fit. Not for a night out." I said, "Come out with me and you'll have a nice night out." He said, I will do. But he was a lovely person, so I got on with everyone. So when they were coming in, there was some people visible. I said, "What's the matter?" You said, "Oh, well, he said this and she said that." And they were arguing. He's not arguing, these 3 young lasses. I went, "What you got to do is this, and what you got to do is that." And I went, "No, what you said." And I went to bed and I said what you told me. Closed my eyes. And I've never slept so good. I'm going to do that. Get up every day positive. Don't think it's just me. I'm not the only one who's bad. Like, all these things. So you can sat there in your house and you're on your go. And we all do. Don't say you don't, because you do. You sat there and you talk to yourself. You talk to yourself in your own head. You'll go, "He was cheating that fucker today." So you're going through things what you've been through in the daytime. And he was a bit cheeky. I should give him a bat. Should knock that cutting out there. When you're younger, you just go bang, fuck off, and that's it. When you get older, you get a bit more methodical, and you think, "No, you could have killed him, you the size of you," and stuff like that. So then I started saying to him, I said, "What you do is, if you get up in the morning, you get up and you think, I'm going out and the car's got a puncture. Oh, it would be me, it's always me." But there's thousands of people all in different countries, all over the world got a puncture. It's not just you. Because you keep saying it in your own mind. If you get up every day and you say to yourself, "I'm going to have a shit day today, mate. I've never got nothing's ever gone right for me. My mum bullied me, he bullied me, she done this, she done that." So you're setting your brain up to fail for the day because you keep saying it. And she shouldn't have done that to my mum. My mum should have told her what to do. So what you do is and then you come back full circle. So what you've thought about and you said you're going to do yesterday, the day before, and the day before, and the day before, you're fucking doing it again. You're on a merry-go-round going, all off, and back on it starts again. The same process of saying, so you've got 7 things in your head. It's like a Tom Jones song, Elvis song, Madonna song, fucking Elvis Presley. 6 songs come on, and you start back again, Elvis song, because you're going through the same routines every day. You're going through the same routine you've been going through for fucking 30 years. You need to break that routine and break it and throw the fucker away and say, "That's it. I'm not thinking of that no more." If you do, what it is, it's called negative thoughts. You have negative thoughts all day long. They're no good to you because they clutter the brain with shit. And you go, "If I do that, don't forget freedom." Thank you very much. God bless you, brother. So every time you're getting out of bed and you say, "Oh, my dad was bad to me that day because he gave my brother more money than me." So you're thinking of shit. So then you start putting more shit on top of that shit and on top of that and on top of that and on top of that. So you've got a cluttered brain full of garbage thinking, "Well, he said that and she said this and he done that to me and they did this and he did that." And then you're going back around. "Well, stop, get off." And then you start again. The merry-go-round, because you're in bed the worst time because you've got no solace there because it's pitch black. You're in bed, you're laid there, and you're with your own thoughts. but you become two people. So you've got two voices in your head. One's telling you, yeah, he's a fucking knobhead, isn't he? And you're top, but you might do this as well. I do it all the time. I talk to myself all the time. You need to go there tomorrow for what? For that. And when you talk to make sure you say this to Freedom, and make sure you say this to Lee Logan. I know Lee Logan from Derby County. Really good team. When we had Brian Clough from Middlesbrough, them a really good team, Derby County. He made them the best team in Europe. Because you keep saying to the same things. Every day you get up and say something, you've had a husband who beat you up, or your dad was the abuser to your kid at school. So you're going to let that, what happened to you 30 years ago, affect you today, tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day, the next day. So if you get up every day with the same thoughts in your head, the same thoughts yesterday, what made you bad yesterday, you're obviously setting yourself up to be bad tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, and the next day. So you've got to stop that, thinking of that same stuff, get it out of your head, move it aside to say you, I'm not bringing you in. That junk is staying there, I'm not taking it no more. And start thinking of good things. Get it up, say, I'm going to get up tomorrow. And when you start thinking of something bad, go, right, I'm going to go and see my mum. What she'll be doing now, my mum. And start thinking what your mum's doing. So it takes your mind off what you're thinking of, all the shit. In fact, hey, stop it, you. Fuck off. I know it sounds crackers. Tell them to fuck off, you. Don't even talk to me. I'm not talking to you today. So that little voice in your head. So you've got to break the routine because what happens is, this is what I'm trying to get at. It's a bit it's hard to understand. I understand because I've studied it for years and years. We do it for 30 years. When you get into a routine of getting negative stuff, your body doesn't know. So your mind tells your body what to do. So you're saying, I'm going to be bad today. I'm going to be bad in your brain. You're going to be bad. So then you start being bad. You start getting coughs. You start getting colds. You start getting flus because your body breaks down because your mind isn't in control of what you're doing because you're letting your body take over your mind because you're setting it up. So every day you're getting up and saying, I'm not going to have a good day tomorrow. So it's like having a fight, boxing. When I get in this ring here, I'm going to lose. Well, you will lose. Or when I go on this bodybuilding stage, I'm going to get beat. No one ever says that. You always say, I'm going to get that ring. I'm going to knock him out. I'll knock you out in the first round. You build yourself up. As soon as you start putting negative thoughts in your brain, then you're starting the process of that merry-go-round of all negative negative clutter, all that negative shit you think about. You could be thinking of good things. Like, I'm going to make a new routine, right routine now, and do that. I'm going to go and see my dad tomorrow. He's not been too well. I'm going to go and see my mum. I'm going to have a night out with my husband. I'm going to take the kids to the park. Think of good things. But even when you're driving your car, why is he not going faster than me? Forget all that. So you're doing it again. So you've got a thing in your body called cortisol. The cortisol levels can rise really high in your body when you're thinking of negative thoughts because your body's down and thinking negative. You're feeling miserable. You make yourself miserable because she shouldn't have done that to me 32 years ago, 34 years ago, 35 years ago. But you're a slave to that person. Whatever they did to you all them years ago, they've got you as a slave because you're shackled to that same emotion. So if you have them emotions every day when you get up, you're going to have the same emotions tomorrow. And the next day, you've got to stop that. You've got to take that fuse out or that chip out, change the chip, change the routine, and live up and go, fuck the past, it's gone. I can't change the past, right? You can't change now. You can only live for the now. You can't change tomorrow because that doesn't come. It's just a concept. Concepts are thought. So you can't live in the past. If you live in the past, the memories of the past make you bad. You'll never get better. You'll never feel better. And your kids will suffer, your mum, your dad, your family, because you are living in the past. But if you're living in the past and reminiscing, remember that time we went to the beach, it was great. Remember that time we went to eat, it was great. But if you're living about every day, you think of the same thing. You get into a routine of thinking, negative routine of thinking of negative thoughts. Them negative thoughts just go on top of each other, on top. It's like your head's going to explode. And then that's when you start fucking want to take overdoses. You go for reaching for medication off the doctors. You need to get up, go for a walk, get up, get a dog, get up, do something constructive. Stop laying in bed all day is the worst thing because then you lay in bed too long. It takes that, puts more negativity because your body's exhausted because you've overslept. You've done it yourself. The other day I slept for about 16 hours because I was knackered. I needed it. But when you need rest, you need it. Drink plenty of water. Eat healthy food like porridge in the morning, a couple of eggs, a couple of brown bread, a cup of coffee, and out for the day and do your work. At work, have a nice sandwich, lettuce, tomatoes, cucumber, roast beef, ham, pork, chicken, whatever, and go home and have a big, massive breakfast. Like you can have a fried breakfast in the morning, bit of bacon, bit of eggs, bit of sausage, bit of fucking tomatoes, mushrooms, big breakfast, 2 slices of bread. You've got all day then to burn it off. No, he's eating big on the night. People go, what they do, people, they do it wrong, go back to front. They're out, they'll have a coffee in the morning, slice of toast, they'll get out with that with the toast in the mouth, get in the car, kid, they're eating the toast. Nothing in the toast, there's only about fucking 30 calories or something. So you're going out with 30 calories in your body, that's not going to sustain you. If you have something like Weetabix or porridge, that's a slow glycemic, so it burns slowly, like having, if you had 20 logs on a fire, they would burn up very quick. If you just had a log smouldering all day, keeping the room warm, keep warm because it's just taking us down. That's what porridge is. I have like 50 grams of porridge twice a day. I have one in the morning when I wake up about 7 o'clock. Then I'll go back to sleep for a few hours, and then I'll wake up and have a protein, and then I'll have a little breakfast. Then it'll be 2 bacon, 2 sausages, 2 eggs, slice of bread, but it'll be toast, and it'll be brown bread, and a cup of coffee, and then that's me done for the because when you've been in bed all night, the biggest meal of the day is the first meal of the day, which is your breakfast. That kickstarts you off to go out and do your work. So if you haven't got no food and you're later on, you'll be starving in the afternoon, you have a quick sandwich, right? And then on the night time you come, right, I'll have chicken curry fried rice twice, I'll have 2 portions of chips, I'll have 2 portions of this. So you're putting all that food in, like say 7, 8 o'clock at night, your body's starting to shut down then. So you should live like a king in the morning, a prince in the afternoon, a pauper at tea time. So eat a little bit of loads of food in the morning, half decent dinner, and then on the night time just have a small meal. And then later on, if you're hungry, have some like peanut butter. You can have chicken, you can have eggs, you can have anything protein. You can have fish, anything like that you can eat, because they hardly put calories in your body. But if you have 5 small meals through the day, it's better than having 3 big meals. Because when you're sitting still, doing nothing, and you have 5 meals, the 5 meals are digesting. The digestive, when you digest, the calories are burning up by the digestion. So it's like a cycle going around. So you're burning the calories 5 times a day instead of burning them 3 times a day. I know it sounds crazy having 5 meals, but you eat little and often. So every 2 hours or so eat, or every 3 hours. But that's how you do it. But the negative stuff, you have to stop that yourself. You've got to stop thinking about she said, he said, and he said. Who gives it? There's another one. Stop giving a fuck what other people think. It's what you think. It's what you perceive yourself as. It's not what he says. I'll look over the road going, I think they're talking about me. What fucking negativity is that? What waste of time is that? I think they might be talking about me. And then you start trying to mind read people. I bet she doesn't like my clothes. I bet she thinks I'm scruffy with his hat on. I bet she, fuck what they think. It's what you think. No one gives a shit about you, to tell you the truth. No one's looking at you and going, look at him, he's a tramp. Look at him, she's scruffy. Look at her, she hasn't got much. Look at her car's not as good as mine. Nobody's doing that. That's your own head. That's your own paranoia. No one's looking at and saying, oh, they've only got a car worth 3 grand. My car's worth about 2 grand. I don't give a fuck. I've had 50 grand, 60, 70, 80 grand fucking cars. They're in the vehicle that drives you from A to B. That's all they do. There's no difference. All right, it might be nice, more luxury, it might be this, might be that, but at the end of the day, it gets you to work and back from work every day. That's all it's for, to take the kids out for the day. Fucking, my car's worth 80 grand. So fucking what? I don't give it's worth £8 million. And stop being jealous of people, and stop being jealous of other people getting more money than you, or getting a nicer house. It doesn't bother you. All that shit is negative shit. What you hold in here, and it stays in here, and it goes round in your head when you go to bed. So when you're sitting in the dark in the night and you go to bed, or some people have the light open, if you're scared of the dark, just leave the door open a little bit with a little light in, so you're not in the dark, but you're not in the light, so you're in a bit of both. But there's nothing in the dark that isn't in the light, because when you turn the light on, it's the same thing as when you turn the light off. People get scared of the dark. There's nothing in the dark that isn't in the light. But if you start manifesting things in your brain, going, I bet that bloke was looking at me today, was going to rob my house. I bet that woman over there, but I bet she took my registration, is going to double my car and pinch my car. You can go on and on and on and on, and all that negative and all that thinking and thought process and everything. And you get up the next day and you go, all that shit yesterday I thought was all fucking shit. Because you get up and then you start the proceeds again. You start again. 1, 2, 3, go, bang. You go, right, what about that fucker yesterday? Well, there you go again. You start again. But you keep going back on one certain subject or two where it's dragging you back to the past, what's made you ill. But that, what they did 2 years ago, forget about that. You don't want to be a slave to that, because you're going to be living your life the rest of your life miserable because something happened to you 30 years ago. I know it might have been horrendous, it might have been horrible, but move on from it, because whoever did it to you has got you stuck in the past and they're winning. So beat that, smash it, break the fucking spell, and move on and live your life every day as if every day you get up this could be our last day in life, because it can be. How many times do you hear, oh, Tommy's just been knocked over, or such and such just had an heart attack, or a man just been killed and walking across the road. So every day you get up and think, I'm going to have a great day today. First thing you should do is get up in the morning, before you get up, have 5 minutes, think what you're going to do. I'm going to go to work today, do this, have a drink of water, brush your teeth, make your bed, and then go and get something to eat, and then sit another 5 minutes and right, I'm going. Don't drive like a maniac, because you can only do 30 miles an hour. The car in front can only do 30. The car in front can only do 30. So how can you make them go faster and beat the horn, move it, go faster when you're going to get a ticket anyway? So if somebody's fucking, if somebody goes past you and they go, move you daft cunt, faster and all that, just go, don't go, fuck off, I'll smash your face up, jump up and start the fight with them, because you'll get dicks for it. So just turn around and go, thanks very much, have a nice day, thank you, cheers now, and the faces drop. I felt like killing the human, because you haven't responded. Now, people like the police, they respond to a situation. If somebody, well, they don't fucking Middlesbrough, sorry, Cleveland police cut them out, they don't come to your house. You phone the police to come to your house for emergency, they don't at Middlesbrough, but say at other places they do. You phone 999 ambulance, the ambulance starts responding to the call. But if you respond to violence with some idiots when fucking drive faster. So the other thing happens there, your mind doesn't know, your body doesn't know what your mind's, when your mind's thinking like, I'm in danger of flight or fight, because that's what they're doing when they're screaming at you. If you respond, I'll fucking smash your face in, then your cortisol levels go right to the top. It's the cortisol, 90% of heart attacks are cortisol levels high. So people go screaming and shouting and bawling and fighting, get down your own engine and fight you and all that. So their cortisol levels, after years of abuse, of thinking, he said cheated, he said cheated, he said cheated, he said all that fucking shit. It's like the Tim Man with me, I just go delete. I don't do it, I'll come on here and take the piss out of him and laugh and joke, and I just laugh about it in my head and go to bed happy. I don't sit all night going, oh, should have said this, should have said that. I don't do that like he does. But he's deranged, he's got mental health problems. But if you start doing screaming and shouting at people and your cortisol, your body starts raising, because that's an emergency thing in your body. Your adrenaline goes up, your cortisol levels go up, because that's a response. Where like a dog's going to bite you or a fucking car's going to knock you over, you get a fright. So that fright mode makes your body respond. So your brain's telling you that I'm in fear here because I'm going to have a fight with him, because your body's telling you. So then it starts them hormones in your body. That abuse over the years, every day screaming and shouting at people, hormones just keep going up and up, and then that's how people get diabetes. That's how they get stressed out, heart attacks, strokes, and they don't recover because they stay constantly on high alert. So the cortisol levels and the adrenaline's up all the time. So you're on stress levels. So you go into bed, you wake up the next day after sleeping, and you're sleeping dead tight. You wake up like you've been training, your back's fucking hurting, your shoulders hurting because you're training, because you're all upset inside and you can't sleep. You see, you'll bite your teeth. You'll feel like your gums are killing you, or your mouth's killing you because you're biting your teeth because of all the stress you've got in your body. So if you calm all that down, go to the beach with your kids for the day, sit there and watch the kids playing, and go with the dog somewhere and have a nice day out. Instead of every day doing the same fucking shit, break the mold, smash the fucking thing, get out of the way and move on. So that's me talking about that. So, any more questions, anyone? I did fancy a feast, but I changed my mind last minute. They're full of fucking shite, mate, them pizzas. They're full of shite. They're full of fucking dough, full of sugar, full of sugar. Them nice now, them crispy. I like the crispy ones, but you don't get them. I think the only day place to have them. Some in Middlesbrough have got them. I used to love them. I used to have one every night. When you're younger, you can get away with it, can't you? Because you train, you burn your calories up. But them parmesans, I used to love them. I could eat a full parmesan, no problem. But now I'll have a half. I'll get a half one. We'll have a quarter each. Bobby eat a full. He'll eat a full. He could eat fucking 4 in a row. He's a fucking pig on his ears. He's the biggest pig I've ever met in my life. He never stops fucking eating. Me there probably a third of the food he eats, the food in the house. Never stops eating. I've never seen anyone eat so much. 30 to 40 cups of coffee or tea a day, every day. 3 spoonfuls every cup. That's like 3, 6, 9, 12, 120 spoonfuls of sugar a day. Fucking insanity. He's going, sat there like this all day long. I said, see all that shit rock and all that, that's because you're full of sugar and caffeine. He's like, doing that noise all day long. Fucking drives you mental. Yeah. Liars are the worst, especially when you trusted them and you feel let down. Yeah, it's right. But the thing is, with somebody like that, they're going to like you once, twice, three. They're going to keep doing it. You've got to get out of the relationship, no matter how much you love them, how much you care about them. If someone's cheating on you, lying on you, you've got to move on. If you don't, you'll end up fucking stuck in that mode, and you'll be fucking mentally deranged. You'll end up on fucking tablets for the rest of your life. You'll end up fucking every time they do something, because they've told that many lies or told that many things, you just think it's the same again. It's lies, and then you end up fighting them, and you end up probably fucking have fist fights with them and everything. And getting locked up. It's not worth it. You're with someone, you're getting argued every day. What you do with someone you're with, you go and get a piece of paper, you draw down there, and you put all the good things about them, and then put the bad things. If that tallies up 50 bad things, only 3 good, it's telling you. Paper what you've done there's told you. I thought I had a bear behind there. No, it's the fucking chair. It keeps cracking. You can't live with someone who doesn't trust you, doesn't love you, and doesn't trust you. You don't trust them. Lord Prize. Yeah, Peter the Fox, you're right, son. Yeah, you've got to stop. Yeah, the Peter the Fox, the weather being bad, events are getting cancelled. Yeah, well, if they get cancelled, go somewhere like the pictures with the kids, take them to the cinema for the day. Go somewhere. See you taking the kids out for the day. Just so we can't go there. We can't go there, but we're going to take you there when the weather's better. But we're going to go to the cinema today and go and watch whatever. So I'm create a film with the kids, or go to the beach. I'll go somewhere, I don't know, like an indoor sports centre or something, and take them and make it great. Like the swim baths is fantastic for kids. The little babies in a little pool with the mum and everything, the dad's in there with the lads from swimming. Get them there, I'll shoot them, they fall off the fucking side, pretend to be dead. All that stuff. And not long as they're older, like 8, 10, 9, 10, 11, 12 kids, they can love it. I'll have a spear. Oh, and you get shot, you get spears in you like a swan dive and you fall in the water. Probably stop you fucking doing it. You can't do that anymore. Tell them ask dad fucking said you can do it. Yeah. But you've got to enjoy yourself. It takes 27 muscles to frown and 13 to smile. So why waste energy? Why waste energy on thinking the same thing for the last 30 fucking years? And then she's looking at me. You're eating your movement, don't look at what they're talking about us. So fucking what? Stop doing that. Don't look now, look, there's 2 people over there. I think they're talking about us. They don't give a fuck what they're not saying now. People talk about me, they'll say, that's by Cockerill. All right, mate, all right, love. And that's it, done. They're not saying nothing, it's in your own head. You're making paranoia up. You're creating something that doesn't even exist, a fucking monster that doesn't even exist. So that stupidness. She's just told him we don't like us. I could read him there, he said, I'm a fat bastard. No, this shit you come out with in your head. And then you do it yourself, you sat there going, they don't like me. It's a different clique here. They've got their own clique. They don't like me, but you're not even trying to. All right, everyone, you're all right, I'll go and there's young lads in. When I was massive, all right, lads, you all right, don't be giving me a good eye, and then you young lads, I'm getting too old for this. I'd be like fucking 24 stone, 6'3" and fucking monstrous. And they'd be like, all fucking shitting themselves. You all right, give us a cuddle, I'll shake all their hands. Then you go out and everyone loves you. But when you go in bullying them, pushing them, you know for a fact you could beat all 6 of them. But you wouldn't do it because you'd just be a fucking bully and you have a horrible name. And that's what I was like. Every time I go to pubs or clubs and people were there and I see young lads over, people a bit nervous. I go over, you all right? Enjoy your night? Any bullying, let me know. Well, thanks very much, Ryan. They'd come over, do you want a drink? I said, no, I'm all right, thanks. I'd be nice to people, be polite, be courteous. I used to bump into people in the pub because I was big, fucking monstrously big, as you know. I'm starting to put weight on now again. So I'd turn around and clip someone with my shoulder and knock them flying. Hey, I'm sorry, mate. Or they'd walk into me because I was that big. And they'd like bump into me. I'd spill the drinks, which spilled mine and his. I go, that was my fault. And they go, no, it was my bad. I said, no, don't worry. It's my fault. I'll get a drink. Were you sure? I said, yeah, of course I was. So I went and bought him a drink. Then later on, somebody will say, oh, do you know that kid you bought a drink the night to? That was my son, that. Thanks very much for that. No top fighters wouldn't do that. Well, I've always done that. And that's why I've got a good name. The only one who calls me name is that little fucking asswipe. Everyone else knows me. Darlington, Newcastle, Sunderland. So many people are talking about Ian Freeman the other night. Ian Freeman was in the same. I'd done a Dietary and Bram used to train with him in the same gym. Really good fight as well. 12 champion, was in America and everything. And I went to the doors, worked with him when Ernie went to jail. So I helped Ian on the doors up there a few times. very good friends of mine. He said to someone, one person, he said to Steve Richards, who did the books, one person I wouldn't like to bump into is that Brian Cockerill. His fucking strength's unbelievable. He was being polite, being nice, really nice lad. But he's never had a problem with people. He's done it in the ring. He's done his stuff, and he's won. He was the champion. But to be the world champion at anything, you've got to be exceptional. And people call people names, and I could do that. Well, you can't because you're full of shit. I could easily beat him. No, you couldn't. You couldn't last a second. Tie you up nuts. People always talk shit, you know that, and especially when they've had a drink. You've got to sometimes step back. They're just pissed. Just grab their head along and say, fucking behave now. Hold them like that, a couple of seconds. And then as soon as when you show a little bit of strength, they shit themselves. Instead of punching and breaking the jaw and going to jail, it's not worth it. I also ordered need more cows. People think you need less. Yeah, you do need more calories. Especially if you're training, and you can still train heavy when you're older. Training heavier when you get older helps you get more muscle density, and it also helps you to get more strengthen your bones up as well, because you get a lot of falls when your bones lose the density. But you need to go and see a doctor to see the testosterone levels are down or up, and you need to go and see a doctor to see if your liver's okay. You need to see a doctor to see if your diabetes are okay, because sometimes one of them three things, all of them give you fatigue and knackered. You can't do nothing, especially if you've got diabetes and you don't know. I'm on it for over a year. Yeah, he does, mate. Tom, 147. Yeah, he's fucking weirdo, mate. Even if his own sister won't let him in the house. She said, we met a woman who was best friends with. She went, well, his sister and his daughter won't let him near the kids. And I think it's not because of the sexual thing. I think it's because of the drugs obviously he takes. They can't trust him because he's doing it in front of his own fucking kid. I've seen that he's doing it in front of his own kid, his own stepkids. So he's going to do it in front of them. So that's I think one of the problems. So they won't let him. He's never even seen his own grandkids or nothing. Fucking terrible that. Now I've got, because I do that scratch, I'm gouging, he said, and you can tell I'm on heroin because a scratch. No, people on heroin are eyes are pitting to death, like yours, Mr. Tin Man. Talk shit. So the videos are going up tomorrow where I'm. You see me on video acting, and you'll see me. It's only 1 minute to 32 seconds. You can hardly hear it because it's somebody maniacs in the distance, so he wasn't allowed to record us talking because it wasn't finished the film. But we can put this bit on, and you can just see the lights and the people in the studio in the warehouse where I'm doing the film with the big cameras and all that. You can see the actors, and one looks like 50 Cent. He's a fucking double of him. Blackjack, they call him. No, Blackjack, how you doing? I haven't seen you since jail. I remember the stuff. It's me talking. We had some good times in jail, Blackjack. So that's me starting off the conversation. Yeah, good. It's good, really good. He made another one called This Is Birmingham. I think it got 200,000 views in about a month or something. And it was only about a 20-minute film. So he decided to do it. I said, but can you help us? So I helped him by telling him, I said, no, don't do it like this. Do it like that. Don't do it like that. So you do it like this. And they listened to me, and they've done it. And now, he said, it wasn't for you with certain things on there, we'd have got that wrong. So I said, well, that's what I did for a living. He said, well, that's why we want to do. They're going to do my movie, but they don't know when. It might be 2 years, 3 years before they do it. But he said, leave it for about 3 or 4 years, get the book out and a few other things out, and then do it. And people read the book, because this book's my full autobiography from when I was born till I'm up to date. So that's going to be it. So it'll probably take 4 years to do. Now he does a book in 3 months. Seriously, in 3 months he writes a book. 3 months. How the fuck can you write some of these? You just give me a month's what you've done in a month, and you'll see what I'm on about. You try and just tell me a month's stuff what you've done in 1 month. That would be more than fucking 3 hours telling you that. Like a full month's stuff what you've done with the kids and where you've been out for the day and what films you've watched and what did you do. No, like full history of what you've done for 1 month. And he does it. Somebody's 50, 60-year-old. He's done 50 years of who they are in 3, 4 hour interviews. It's fucking impossible. You can't even get to know. So it took me really while to talk to each other for 6 months before I even took anything down. Then he starts like recording me and taking stuff down. He's got hours and hours and hours and hours of stuff. He's got enough to do another book after it, when it's finished, like the taxman tapes, something like that, afterwards, where there's all the stuff that's left on the tapes that we've left. So that'll go on. So there's stuff unheard and stories in there where I couldn't put out before, because I've been cleared of the offences like murders and kidnapping and shootings I've got the blame for, and the people have actually been caught for the murders and shootings and stuff. So now I can tell the story about them things where I got the blame for them and I was arrested for them. I was never convicted because it wasn't fucking me. He came on, he's a video, he's talking. It's on Steve. If you look on Steve Official Topic Talk, Jamie Doyle, his name starts with a B, talking about Brian Cockerill's book. He's got a greedy coloured t-shirt on, and he's going, yeah, and Brian in the day was the biggest name in Teesside. There was no one bigger than him. He's a great lad. Me and my wife love him. Me and my wife think the world of him. But behind them eyes is a deadly man. As I've seen 7 statements where he's been charged, he's been arrested for murder. I've seen them with my own eyes. And then he said, he's making it up now. So you must have made that story up there about me, did you, you fucking idiot? And he went, but he's never ever hurt an innocent person. He's never hurt anyone on the streets or normal people. He's only taxed baddies. He has done some big bad things in his life, but not to innocent normal people. Then he said, I beat an old woman at 87 and raped her. Then he said, I beat another old woman called Doris and knocked her out in a pub. Then he said, I went to another house and got raped, pulled the clothes off another old woman. But none of these are in any papers. No one else knows who these stories are. It never gives you the second name of the person because it's all fucking lies. And no one believes what he fucking says because his shit comes out of his mouth day and night. I'm still waiting to get arrested, as you know, 4 years now. 4 years now. The authorities are coming. He thinks it's like for him in the shed. Sat there snitching all day. So in the past, he used to work for them same people who are doing jail now for killed murders and that. He worked for them selling their HP brown sauce. So he was in with them lot. And that's how I think he was getting his information to the cops off, grassing them up and grassing the people around them, because loads of them went to jail and a lot of people believe me now. I think, yeah, you know what, he's the only one that could have said this, he's the only one that could have said that. So they're all onto the fucker now. They want some COVID. Young Edmonton and Joe, who at Park End, he said to him, put my fucking name in your book, I'll break your fucking jaw. This was about a year ago, 2 years ago. Shit yourself. I promise I won't shit scared of him, because he run that area and he used to do the security around there, and he fucking chased him. They got chased. He chased him off that area as well, Park End. That's where they were living at the time. So everywhere he goes, he gets chased because he's a fucking rat. You can't keep getting chased off of every different estate in different areas, different towns, different fucking locations. Like 12 moves in 10 moves in 12 years. Not even a year in a fucking house, is it? Yeah, and a couple of weeks in at each house, living like a fucking traveller from, like, in a caravan. You might as well be on the fucking road for the travellers. Look at that amount of times you're moving. 147 waiting to where your this is closed. So, definitely looks great. She calls him. He's out the back and it's raining. His hair's all like he's like that. It's all crimped. He's all crimped off her, like a woman's hair, and he's like that. Looking at Oscar Wilde presenting himself to him, and he's got a smoking jacket on like Oscar Wilde. He used to wear smoking jackets in the old days. He's fucking touched. You're talking 1853 or something, or 1753. He stood like that, pretending he's got a fag in his mouth. Then he's dressed up the next day as Paul Sykes with a rollie in his ear, and he's walking around. He's got a moustache like Sykes. He's walking around pretending he's Paul Sykes, and the next day he's walking around like the Wizard of Oz, the Lion of the. If you look at his page, then he's got Jimmy Savile, Sykes, Delray Showers. All these fucking ones have been convicted from fucking sexually assaulting kids and raping them, and he's got them on his page. So it just shows you. If you had people up there like say Arnold Schwarzenegger or Muhammad Ali or George Best, you think, oh, great footballer, great top boxer, got that. But when you put pictures of convicted paedophiles and nonsense up, and you're on your page and looking at Silence of the Lambs and the Yorkshire Ripper and dressed up as fucking Michael Myers and dressed up as fucking Jack the Ripper and all that, he's fucking deranged, totally deranged. He definitely needs section of the Mental Health Act. If he gets put in front of a psychological fucking psychiatric social worker or psychiatric fucking in a hospital, he will get sectioned and he won't get out. He's definitely never going to get out when he gets sectioned. He will definitely get sectioned in. He's definitely mentally ill. I have never known, even in a horror film, as bad as him. And it's raining, and she's got the door up. She goes, and he's got her blue dress on, that colour blue, dark blue. And he's got like one of the old women things with a tie around there, like off the old Coronation Street. They hugged him, and he's coming. She went, here he is, all dead happy, because she's into all that swapping stuff, see, with the wives and the husbands and all that. That's what they're into. So she's coming. She's like, here's old Beryl. She's calling him Beryl. She calls him Beryl. And was it Betty? It's either Betty or Beryl. Yeah, Beryl. Beryl it is, sorry. I've got to mix it up with Betty. She calls him Beryl on this time. He's coming through the door. Then he's calling himself Betty. And another dress another night. Fucking Betty and Beryl. Fucking Beryl Boyle. Beryl Boyle. Betty Boyle. Fucking hell. I did McIntyre, Underworld, Brand. Leo Longer. What? Yeah, did you? 2005. That was Lee Logan. That was I did my book fest 2004. And there's another thing. My book was out before anyone else's book in the area. My book, the Taxman, sorry. But me and Lee Duffy the story. So he's only went and got that. The Tin Man, Beryl Boyle. I looked and stole loads of stories out of the books. Then he's got into Steve Richards' books, written about Lee Duffy and Dave Graham, and stole stuff out of there. He's telling everybody he's got the permission of Viv Graham's wife to do the Viv Graham book. I went, that woman won't give you that book to do that. I said, you want to keep away from that? I said, you're fucking going to open a fucking can of worms for yourself, you shit yourself. Then he was trying to say, I was telling him stories who killed Viv Graham. So I said to his wife in Conway, well, get me a lie detector. I'll go to the lie detector, and I'll take a lie detector to prove that I never, ever had a problem with Viv Graham. I only met him in jail a couple of 2 or 3 times on the wing. Or he was on one wing and I was on the other, and I was on the top. He was on I was on the top, same as him, but he was at the bottom when he worked on the bottom. He was at the top of the wing, and he see me through the fence. Not a big fella. Get down the gym, he'll train me. He shouted, and see him 3 times. That was it. Never had a problem with him. When Viv Graham got shot, the person who shot him, nobody knows, but you would have seen me. I was in a rave in the Coliseum when he got shot, and people were coming in at 4 or 5 in the morning. You know, Viv Graham's been shot, been killed, and we thought it was just a fucking made up story. I was with Eddie Buick at the time. We're all on the door there, and there was cameras in there, and got us on camera. And there was also cameras in that street, all cameras in that street, Stockton Road. So there was nothing ever to do. I've never been pulled in for Viv Graham's murder. Never been questioned about it whatsoever. Just that daft cunt shits there as usual. He's going to get himself killed. That's what he's going to get, the silly cunt. He's going to do it. He's doing it with the Stephen French from Liverpool. Starting threatening him and shouting about, I'm going to get the police on you, all that shit, because he was bullying Dale before, and he said, leave Dale Brendan Hyde alone. He's a nice man. He said, you fucking get your stuff. He said, what are you going to do? I'll get the police on you if you phone me again. I've recorded you and all that stuff. That's what he does with everybody. He's a fucking little rat. So I don't go on about him all the time. Like you said, I only go on to stop other people getting stuck and stung. Like the article that the other day, Billy Tobin, hope you're okay, Philly, and Billy, both said, no one said a word. Mick Sorby, Richie Horsley, Little Vulture, they've all said everyone loves you. Big Keno, it's not one person said a bad word about you. Ryan Satterfield and all the other lads over there I know. When I was over there, and some of them they're on the same ward as me dad. So the article lads, I said, like, fucking hell, it's like a convention of Hartlepool Dorman, and they all started to laugh. And there was 6 of us on there, all ex-Dorman from Hartlepool, all in there seeing my dad. Another big Billy Tobin was there. He's a great lad. And Billy Drydale, big Billy Drydale, he was there as well. So we were having a laugh on the ward, but he can't do it out now because all that lies. He thought I was going to be in a fucking wheelchair, paralysed for the rest of my life. When he was saying he was going to fight me, he's going to do this, going to do that. All that talk was in that little daft head. Oh, he's paralysed, he won't walk. He's seen me walking like that. He's laughing. He was going, I pissed myself laughing when he couldn't walk and he was in the wheelchair and I was shaking, trying to walk like Brabham and the other lad, can't remember his name now, Graham Seed from the church. They came, there was about 20 Christians in the house, all praying for me. And he was going, we pissed ourselves laughing when they were trying to get him out and he couldn't get up. What a sick cunt there. Well, it'd be me with him. I wouldn't say it now. I'd just think, whatever argument I've got with him, he gets better. I wouldn't be sitting there laughing at somebody who couldn't walk. I would be laughing at somebody who was being killed or something. But that's what he gets. He's like, that horrible fucking laugh. He fucking goes through me, he does. But that's what he is, Peter DeVos, a proper. He calls himself, when he said, when I was at school, I was known as the little weirdo. So he even tells that in every book he goes and talks. I was known as the little weirdo at school. I've always been a little weirdo. And that's what's happened to him now. So you become your friend Paul Sykes. You keep going about Paul Sykes. I went to Wakefield, Dave Garside and Rob Conroy to get a debt. We got £20,000 debt for 2 jade elephants. A lad called Dave from there, he was like Arthur Daly or Woody Fuzz and Horses, Del Boy, selling bits and bobs. So I used to make perfume in the bath and you put them in the bottles, make it for about £1.50 a bottle and sell it for £3 or £2, and people buy 100 bottles, sell them for £5 a bottle. You sell them in the States and stuff for Christmas. They smelled just the same, and the packaging them was the same, and they didn't last long. The scent as much, or the copy trades I used to sell. So I bought 1,000 Berghaus jackets off. I sold them all in 5 days. He went, "What the fuck are you doing? Giving them away? How the fuck have you sold 1,000 in 5 days? They're all gone. They're all gone." Made a fortune off them. I didn't put a fortune on them. I only put about a tenner or something on them, and they were £400, £500, £600 a quart. And I'd sell them that. I made a fucking fortune off them. £10,000, 1,000 quarts gone in fucking 5 days, £2,000 a day roughly. I took 10 grand then, probably like 15 grand now. But when we went through, he said, "Oh, don't fancy doing that with me and Dave?" This is after the trouble was sorted. I mean, I said, "Yeah." He said, "We'll go through." He said, "He owes this bloke." And we went there, Skipton, is it? Skipton, I think. Skipton and near Leeds. And we went there first, and this lad, he had the stuff, but he wasn't in. So if anybody was seeing him in the street, he said, "There he is." So we grabbed him, got him in the car. He said, "I'm the best fighter," and Skipton to me. So they went in the house, Dave Garside and Conroy, to speak to him. And I said, "I'll keep an eye on him. I'm the best fighter in Skipton." I said, "Well, I'll knock you out now, and I'll be the best fighter in Skipton." But, "No, I didn't mean that about you out." He said, "I'm just saying I'm the best fighter over here." So it's all right. I'm just stand there, and I kept him out of range, so he couldn't punch me because I'd have fucking destroyed him. Anyway, they come out, and he said, "Oh, he's in the pub." So he was in this pub. So he goes to this pub, went in on the right hand side here, parked the car on the corner, goes in, he was in the corner over there, and he was at a table, and he was sat with one lad, a young lad, he was sat with a pint of beer. It was on this side here, and he was the right hand was here, and he was sat here, and I came in the angle from round there, come across, and went, "You Sykes?" And "Yes, get outside, me and you. Get outside, 1-to-1. He went, "No, done that with his hand, like, didn't want to know." I said, "Where's them fucking elephants? You know, he'll take you, that lad." And he went, "You go and get them the things anyway." Fucking, I said, and Dave was behind me. And Conroy come on a couple of months ago and went, "Brian's telling the truth." I was there, and he offered Sykes out, shit himself. Didn't even dare look at Brian's eyes, shit himself. And he said, "Yeah, but he was nearly 40. When I was 40, still the best fucking fighter." He was fighting still. That year I went 92, he was still fighting. It was his last fight, 1991. Well, he was only about 6 months after he retired. So it was only 6 months after he retired that I went to fight him. So he'd still be able to fight at Mike Tyson ground. I could still fight in the 40s. You know, that shit, he was an old man then. He wasn't an old fucking man then. When Lee Duffy happened, he was 30 odd year old when Lee Duffy offered him out twice on the wing, and he shit himself. So then we came back another time. It was me and Terry Rich and Dave Garside. We had a big breakfast in the cafe, and we messed about saying I was the pie eating champion and all that to this woman. We went in, he was in the same table. It wasn't the same lad, but he was in the same table, sitting at the same table, the same type of pint. So then Dave went to outside, I couldn't understand. So Dave went, "Oh, then me and you 1-to-1. He wouldn't go outside. So I said, "Oh, then I'll fight you." He wouldn't fight us. He fucking shit himself. Then Dave seen him in Middlesbrough and offered him out at the table in off the park, just on that way. Spencer's place, Tony Spencer's snooker hall, because Higgins used to have snooker clubs, 2 snooker clubs there with the Spencer's. And he offered him out. Then he came to do a speech. I can't remember what year it was, but he was in there, and Teddy Dicko was there, and a few Middlesbrough lads I know. So he sat there, Sykes, and there's like Dorman here and Dorman on the door, and Dorman over there. He sat there and he said, "Right, any questions?" He went, "He's still fucking the YPs in Durham, Sykes." Went, "Who said that?" He said, "I fucking did." Then Terry went, "I did." You know, what like his part, because I did, the whole place stood up, but I did it, all that stuff. And they chased him out the fucking pub. He never got paid enough. He fucking went to run out the door. He sprinted to the door. He could fucking run. Sprinted to the door, and the doorman got him out, put quotes on him, and threw him in the back of his car, and took him back to fucking Wakefield. He never come back ever to do Middlesbrough. He got chased out. One of the travellers wanted to fight him as well. His ass went. Coward, pure coward. And the stories about him in jail are 100%. I did a poll before, and we had something like 44,000 people have been on it and all agreed that he was fucking wrong in jail. People like Chris Curry come on, he said he was wrong, and he seen him trying to have sex with young lads and everything. And other people were in the jail when I was in and told me, I feel wrong. But he's in love with him. He's watched his documentary 122 times, like he said. That's just complete little weirdo, like you said. But he's on stage everywhere he goes, people used to call me a little weirdo, but you sound like one and you look like one, and you fucking are one. You don't have to tell people what you are, because women, especially like Emma and my mum, not my mum, my sister and my nieces and all that, went, get him off. And Terry Dick goes missing, went, get him off, his fucking voice goes through me. So I said, he fucking drives you mental. He just can't stop telling lies. Every fucking week he's got another fucking, we put a post on this morning saying, they're doing in Wakey calls, doing the Wakeys if they say it's going to throw me off. I know this is you little clown. You're just a clown. And 2 minutes later, it all comes off. You've all done it yourself for them, you all know. The biggest fucking liar, man mountain was Brian. I'm getting back there, mate. I'm just a little mountain now, just a little hill. A bit over the hill now. Yeah, I'm starting to get, I'm going to get this new thing that I'm getting done. I should be back to normal. Yeah, it's a long process. I've just got to keep going. Use have all helped me on here while coming on in the night. Help each other, like we said. And you only get out of this world what you put into it. If you work hard, you get successful and you make money, you get a nice car and a nice house. That's great for you. Yes, thanks in Delroy. Delroy used to have them in the cell in the screw tub in Manchester. They ended up going to Durham, the screw. And I talked to him. Another screw in Liverpool worked in there. Strange ways it was. And Armley. He said he used to say to them, so the young lads would come on, because you get association, you get like an hour. You can go in the yard for say half an hour. And then you can get on the night and you get like an hour or 2 hours association. Right? Watch the telly, go on the phone, talk to your family and stuff. So people were like going into this party. They'll just say the pad, we're just going to play chess, or they'll sit and smoke cannabis each other. The screws just let them do it out the windows and that. They're not that fucking ass. So it's like, she said, do you want a game of chess? So he said, I've got a chessboard. So he'd show them the chessboard, get them in the pad, pull them, trucky bottoms down, hold them down, and Delroy's house used to jump on top of them, rape the young kid, and then he'd go second, that dirty bastard. And he'd done that for years. And he used to go to Wakefield with Delroy Showers. Jimmy Savile, he was Jimmy Savile's mind, and we all know that dirty fucking animal's up to. And Jimmy O said on Jimmy O show, and Delroy Showers and Jimmy Savile and Dennis Flint. He was a bit like Hugh Hoffa, that dirty bastard in America. He had all the young lasses sleep with him, and he was about 6 girls in there. They'd come in here, have sex with me, like dirty old man, him, millionaire of the Mayfair books. He was like him, that he was like Hugh Hoffa, this bloke, and he worked for the BBC, and we all know what they're like. And he used to have 16, 17-year-old kids, 15, 14-year-olds there, and he used to say, do porno, get them full of drugs and drink, have them doing sex video on them, and they'd join in for the young boys and that, and they used to go there. So Jimmy O said, well, it didn't take a rocket science to know. I said, oh yeah, they were having orgies. This is him, the little weirdo going, yeah, they used to have orgies for kids, and they used to have orgies. Sat there and like, loving it, and like, you're fucking wrong, and you. And that's the day when he said, he said, I like young boys like Oscar Wilde. And that was the day I finished him. I phoned him, I said, listen, me and you have got nothing to say. Finished, and I texted him, I said, don't fucking bother me ever again. Take my phone number out of your phone. I'm deleting you. Don't ever speak to me again. He went, W-O-W, wow. That was his text back to me. Don't ever fucking bother me again. I've never bothered him again. He's trying to get me to do the book. I just finished the content. That's it, never again. He was laughing about kids being raped and that. It's not. My brother got raped as a kid. And you can't befriend somebody who's a fucking paedophile. Yeah, I can forgive murderers. I can forgive people for stabbing you, shooting you. Forgive people fucking smashing your windows up, smashing your house up the world. Whatever, I can forgive them, but I can't forgive someone who's fucking raping young children who can't do nothing about it, and holding them down and having sex with them. It just makes me puke. I don't think they should ever get out of jail. I think they should get 20 years in jail. I think after the 20 years they've done, they should say, right, we'll let you out now, but you have to be castrated so you never do this again to anyone. And that's the only way they're going to stop them dirty bastards, because they just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, because they just love it. And that's why Sykes did 21 and a half years out of 24 in jail, because in jail he was a big man, he was a predator, he could have sex with the young boys. He wasn't just about boys, he used to rape men and everything, women and everything. He used to take women home to his house. This is in tinfoils fucking talking on Jimmy. He used to take women back and make his wife have He'd bring strippers back and prostitutes, pay them, and make him have sex with his wife, and bring lads back to have sex, and watch his wife have sex up with the different blokes and pay them to have sex with her. Fucking weirdo. And you'd have sex with young boys in the house and everything, and make her watch. And she used to go phone the police on him, and he broke her jaw. Don't know how many fucking times, battered her, broke her ribs and everything. And the neighbours used to cross the road said he used to beat her up all the time, but he was making her have sex with people. He thinks it's fucking clever. Thinks it's funny. But on the documentary when he's talking about punching the shark and all that, you can see the mum and dad can't stand him. And the bit where he's shouting at the kids and get out of our pocket and all that, with the money, Tin Man went, oh, that was just made up there. No, because that's the truth what he was. He's fucking horrible, shouting at his wife and nasty to the kids and to his mum and dad. And you could see she was like gutted that he got out of jail. And he said, no, that was all made up. It was part of the BBC. And Jimmy, was it? He looked at me and went, Jimmy went like that. And he went, when he turned his head, he went to go to the toilet again for another anxiety attack. He went in there for an anxiety attack and come out with a load of white stuff around his nose. Fucking never known you go in the toilet, come out with white stuff around your nose after an anxiety attack. Fucking hell. 20 times he went in that toilet in a period of about an hour and a half. Fucking sick to death, sitting there, me and Maniac, we got waiting. He's talking about kids having sex. And then he was in Blackpool, and when he bumped into the school kids, I thought he was going to. So I took him to the beach for the day, and he took him on the rides, and he done this. He went, he was having sex. He was having threesomes with a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old. Well, that tells you what he was. Will he give consent? I went, it's statutory rape if you have sex with someone, the 16, the 15, 14, 30. You have sex with, they say yes or no. You're the older, they're the minor, and you're the adult. You have to say no, even if you have them urges to do it, because they're just a child. And he was going, yeah, but this, he thinks it's fucking funny. He really, right soon, Bob, too. He thinks he's into all that. He's a fucking crank. He's just a pure pervert. That's what he is, a pure pervert. He went, if they don't have, one-legged donkeys having sex with one-legged women, or dogs with no, what was it he said? Women having sex with dogs and all that. I looked at him, what the fuck are you on about? This was in the car in front of me, Emma, Bobby, Maniac, not Maniac. Maniac went in his own car. Tony Grange, our church leader. He said, I like gambling, I like horse racing, I like having sex with them, I like having sex with anyone. I looked at him, I said, why don't you shut up? So you opened the car about 70 miles an hour we were going. And I pulled him back in. I wish I'd never pulled the cunt back in now. Fucking horrible little cunt, but he just looks what he is now. Fucking scumbag. Yeah. He just looks a mess. Oh, what a mess. The man, shark, man. Yeah, absolute shit. Biting a shark. Fucking sharks fucking bite you in two. Fucking swallow you whole. But some of them are fucking 5-6 tons, which is the weight of 3 cars or something. He's fucking meant. He doesn't know things, see. And I was saying I'm doing a 2,000 pound. That's man, I can do 3,000. I went, 3,000 pounds fucking like a lot. He didn't know the difference between weights because he's never done any training in his life. All the shit about the ABA championships. He's never even had a fucking fight. And every time he gets one punch, he just runs or gets put in his ass, jumps up and runs off. Never had a straight with anyone in Teesside, not one person. I've won all my fights. I'm the NBA champ. I've got the NBA. So I'm going to bully you to Dale. Dale's passed away. His funeral on the 2nd of November. And Dale offered him out and he had cancer and he still wouldn't fight Dale because he's a fucking shit house. Threatened to go and shit on his grave and piss on his grave when he dies. And then he put his Dale's dog up for sale on the internet. Pretended it was people phoning up about, is your dog for sale? I'll buy it. And he went and lost the plot, Dale. So he said, I'll fucking stab you to Doyle. Doyle said, I'll stab you. So no, I'll stab you. So then Doyle took the bit out where he said it, and he spliced it and got the bit where Dale said, I'll stab you. He went to the police. He went, please help me, please. The man's going to kill me. So on his hands and knees crying on the camera. Dale had it. He's going to kill me. Look. Right, and he said, I'll fucking stab you. But he took the bit out where he said he'd stab Dale first. Horrible fucker. Sneaky, dirty, loyal. Like him and his wife are sneaky, big fat fuckers. Fatty and fatty. Horrible people. And that's why they won't do any more books. He hasn't got a fucking decent, he can't even type. And that's why we call him a fake author, because his wife said he doesn't even type the books. I do the typing. He just does the dictaphone and records them in the kitchen. And I type the books upstairs. He hasn't written any books. Fucking idiot. Right, guys, I'm going to shoot because I'm going to get something to eat for Emma tonight and me and Bobby. I have a treat tonight. I might have a Chinese for a change. Some more calories in. I've got to train yet as well. So I'm going to have an early night tonight, guys. So thanks very much. for listening to me. I'm sorry for the delay. Have a great day tomorrow. God bless you all. Love you all. Don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to the channel, and put a little comment down below. Thank you very much. Great live that.